Hello my sweet friends, welcome back to the channel. Okay, today I am recording this video because I am adding a touch to my dangles, and let me explain. I have this dollar band little drawer, you know, and I named it mini chips, and these basically are collaged pieces on a chipboard, so they're really thick. All right, and I collaged on top of them, and I can actually cut them if I wanted. So this particular one, it's gonna be for a bigger journal, and then the ones that I was cutting recently are for smaller journals. And let me explain. I am working on a journal that I started with Beth from Happy Place Crafting in one of our play dates, and it's from one of those marshmallow moon pies from the dollar store. My husband likes them. He loves the banana flavor. So I decided that I wanted to do like the dangles, which you all saw on the previous video that I've been working on dangles. And this one is gonna have 4 signatures, 6 pages each. And here I want like a dangle, but I wanted to give it a title or something here on the side that I can actually add to the dangle. And it occurred to me that if I cut the small chips and then just put a bulb safety pin on it, that I can add the dangle, attach it to my journal. So this is what I did on the first one, Lifetime Dreams, and it's gonna be hanging from the journal like that with the dangle. Let me back it up a little bit. There. See? I put white acrylic paint on it with a wiping. I did not do anything fancy. I just, placed it, squirted on it, and then I just used the wipey. I was pushing the bright blue to the back, and having this tiny journal and the moon pie will always remind me of my husband, and I love vintage, so I started working on the pages here. And so yeah, I have been working on these. So what I'm doing, just in case you're wondering, is I started making holes with memory keepers, crocodile, I guess is what it's called, to put eyelets on. And I'm using the small hole, and I was looking, this is how I keep all my brads and eyelets in here. So I was digging through here, colors that I want to put on. This is basically the copper and browns. So far I've done 2. And in the baggie I found this miniature button without the it's a flat one, so see, and I glued it there. I thought that was gonna add like a little something to it. And then I punched this one. My first one was not centered, but I'm still gonna use it, And all I gotta do, it doesn't really matter, because if not end up gonna be straight, it's gonna be sideways, so it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't bother me. So yeah, just make the hole, put the eyelet on it, and then close it in the back like that. Press on it, and there you go. That's that. Let me do another one. So I kind of like the whole concept of giving life to, you know, you not have to go to the store and purchase anything. Basically, just use what you have. And I have tons of eyelets, but I'll be honest, I had not used them at all in years. So this gives me another opportunity to be using the eyelets, you know. It was that one. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue to make. I want to know if they sell gold ones and brown ones, because I got the black ones and the silver ones, and they're called bulb safety pins, and this is how they look like that. So I cut all these. Now I'm thinking in the back of it, I'll write here the year that I did it. You know, just write the year or anything that I want to remind myself or remember the journal by. So this one says Discover Peace, and then this one says Lifetime Dreams. And I'm inking the edges. Let me do that with this one so that I won't forget. I was chatting with Carmina. She left me a I'm sorry, she left me a comment in the last video that I posted, and she said she has a lot of fun. And I said, well, you have no idea what I'm trying to do now with it. So I want to add these to the dangles, and that way it will just, you know, take it to the next level. See? And it's just by adding paper, layering different types of paper, or collaging. And yeah, I love doing these kind of things. It gives me an opportunity to use all my scraps. Look at this one. 1, 2, 3 different papers in it. And then these have texture, and I love these too. I could just put one word right here and put the little eyelet, and I don't care if I put the eyelet in the corner, so it's gonna dangle. And I also did this one, the texture, and I have done this one already. I think I showed this one in a previous video, but yeah, this is the reason why I was doing these. So you see, I kind of work in different stages, I guess. I will do these, and then I'll just put them away, save them here. See, all these I've done. And then once I have an idea what to use them for, then I go back and finish them off. So I'm inking the edges, placing with the Tim Holtz. Let me show you which one it is. The one that I'm using is called Chit Chat. In Spanish is Charla from Tim Holtz. That's the one I'm using. But if you don't have this and you have mini alphabets like this one, then you can create your own little word or phrase. Hope, love, peace. There you go. Different phrases. So that's it. I wanted to share this. I'm trying to stay creative. Tomorrow, God willing, I'll have a small play date with Beth. And my daughter, she said she would love to go out, but it cannot be for a lot of hours. So I might push my play date for in the afternoon, but whichever it is, because we're trying to run our errands to get stuff for the wedding. My daughter's getting married the beginning of next year. So the time we have together, instead of going to the coffee shop, we're just running like a chicken without a head. But it's kind of fun. And I like to see her so happy, you know? So that's it. I'm going to continue putting eyelets on these. Put in different phrases. And that's it. I might show you the end result, but if not, you have the idea of what I'm doing today. I think it's really easy. And if you don't have either small alphabets or you don't have Tim Holtz words, don't let that stop you from doing something creative. You can grab a little piece of paper, tear the edges, write a little word on it, ink it if you want around it, and then place it on your little tab or whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it mini chips because, as you can see, it's a little chipboard, but it's decorated. And then you can write stuff in the back. Okay, I'm back. And the reason why I'm back is because it occurred to me that the silver ones, remember what I said? I would like for them to be either brown or gold. The silver ones, I use alcohol marker, and from this, which I don't know why this is magnetic, from this I made it into that. So see the difference? Just with alcohol marker. So I use my alcohol marker, Parku. I'm pretty sure that you can use Ohuhu if you have those, or what's the other name brand that everybody loves? Let me see if I have one of them here. Hold on. Let me see if I have one of them here. I have Ohuhu and Copic, yes. But I was looking for browns, you know, like the chocolate. And there you go. So yes, you can change the color. You don't have to run to the store and get yourself a gold or any color. If it's silver, just go ahead and change it with alcohol marker, and that should do it. And then also what I did was this one right here, I put the eyelet, but then I used my tiny hole punch, which is this one. You see that, how tiny it is? I used the tiny hole punch and I put a brad. Look how cute is that? Still playing. I said my goodbyes, but I just didn't want to leave this information out because I think it's important for you to find alternative for something. If you don't have it at the moment, then what can you do with the ones you have to change it to your liking? So there you go. I might say goodbye, but I'm just gonna wait until the end of the, me putting eyelets and inking them and everything, and then I'll show you each and every one of them. Alrighty then. Alright, let's do a tiny recap, and I'm gonna show you what I've done and the things I came up with, and I'm going to do one that I suggested just in case, so you can see how it would look. And it will be the little piece of paper that you tear the edges and you'll write something on it and you will put it here. But let me show you the things I did. I did this one. It says embrace laughter. And I did my number 10. Normally have, I placed it somewhere in here. Let's see where I put it at. Here it is. Okay, jelly roll number 10, and just lines so the word can stand out. So see, it will be a dangly sign. I did this one. It's just very simple. And I also did this one, put a little button. It doesn't have the shank in the back of it, so it's a little flat button, and I think it looks really cute. So see, this is the whole purpose, to add to the dangles. Blessed after all. And then I kind of love the fact that the word creativity stands out, and I was able to get another heart there. So not pretty. Okay, and then the one that I showed you that it has the texture, I found the word possibility, and I just got to put the bulb safety pin on this one and ink the edges. It's the only one that doesn't have the edges inked. And what I did was I didn't want to add any more titles to these, because I want to be inspired to put the titles there. But as you can see, found this cute one, and that one is supposed to be a little tiny flower. Water, tiny water bottle. I don't know if you can appreciate that. I have this here is an acorn. I think I'm just gonna glue it to this one because I kind of like that. I had this one too, and I did it so because I liked it so much. I found this other one, so that's gonna go here. And then I switched, since this had a little bit of pink, I put a pink eyelet. Same thing with this one, and a tiny flower. It's already glued to it. Same thing with this one. I also used the alcohol marker, and I inked the bulb, the safety pin. I inked it. So all of these have been inked with the alcohol marker. See, that one is also being inked. Dragonfly, it's an eyelet. Another one of those. And then in the midst of my chaos, I found this discombobulated bottle cap, and so I punched out a circle I put the word art, and then I found this cute, I think it could be a pencil, or it could be one of those thick woody pencils, anything related to art. So yeah, this can also be a dangle, see, part of the dangle. Between this one and this one, I can't pick because they're both pretty. I love that. And these are brads. So I've been basically going back to the things that I had not touched in a while and making it part of anything creative. So there you go. These right here that I have, they don't have the safety pin on them. They don't have a decoration on them. So this is for the future. All I have to do is put this all back in that little drawer. But before I do that, I'm grabbing a little piece. I think I'm gonna use this one right here, right there. And so I'm just gonna eyeball it. So it will fit, but I don't want the straight edges, so I'm just gonna tear the edges. So he's gonna end up being much smaller by the time I'm done with it. See? Practice what I preach, let's put it that way. Just tearing just the edges. I don't think it will look kind of, you know, I don't want it for it to look straight. Okay. There. Then I'm going to go ahead and ink it so it will stand out. There. So as I told you, if you don't have the Tim Holtz words, chit chat words, if you don't have tiny alphabets, that should not stop you from being creative. So let's glue this baby down. Oh wait, before I do, let's just write. Let's just write the word love. And now I can glue it down. I want to make sure that I get all the little edges there. Come to mama. Okay. Glue this baby down. And there you go. And I think that this is still pretty. Look at that. See? So there you go. I gave you a few alternatives. You can use alcohol marker to ink any clip, metal clip that you want to change the color if you don't have one and you just don't want run to the store and buy yourself one. That's one alternative. Alcohol markers And if you don't have the words, you can fussy cut or rip a little tiny piece of paper, and you can just write your titles or whatever you just feel inspired to write at the moment. I told you that I have these baggies. These were IKEA. And now this is my pink bag. See? I have anything from eyelid to brads to metal clips. And all I do is I grab this tray and now toss it in there. Pick whatever I want. And shove everything back in the bag. Because I even have little tiny buttons here too. Gold or yellow. This is my yellow one. This one has a little combination of yellow and beige. So, and that's exactly how I store them inside the drawer. That big dresser that I have. There's a huge box, and the box has all these different brads and eyelets by color. Alrighty, so I think that's it for today. Gave you alternatives. You can play, you can get creative. Let me know if you're gonna try this, and if you are, have fun doing it, because that's all that matters, for you to have fun being creative. It takes your mind away from the worries. All right, so that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. God bless. Bye.